Well, this here is the Kia Seltos. It's a car which doesn't really need any introduction. It's the best-selling mid-size SUV at the moment in India, and it's really taken the market by storm. It's helped Kia become the third largest manufacturer of cars in India. And today, I'm going to give you top 5 reasons why you should consider buying this car. I think it is still the best mid-size SUV in the market, despite its other rivals in the market. This is still the best. And today, I'll give you the top 5 reasons why you should consider buying this. But before that, here's a small request. Please do follow me on Instagram. My handle is flashing below your screen. It's AshishMasti1. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Facebook. I'll put the links in the description box below. And if you do follow me there, you can of course get a lot more videos as well as photos of these cars that I film. Thanks for watching. Well, the reason number 1 is a very obvious one. This car, I think, is the best looking mid-size SUV out there. If you see it from the front, with its aggressive tiger nose grille, its flashy headlamps and these stylish fog lamps, this car looks very aggressive, very stylish, and it definitely has a lot of swag about itself. You might be in your early 20s buying your first car, you might be in your mid 40s or your late 50s buying your 5th or 6th car. You will really like the looks. This is a car which is loved by everyone, disregarding their age bracket which they're in, and it's really a very well balanced car. It looks very well proportioned, unlike a lot of its other rivals which tend to split opinion in terms of the looks. So this is reason number 1 why you should consider buying this car, because of the swanky looks of the Kia Seltos on the outside. And this is one of those few cars which looks very good, not only on its top of the line version, which is the GT line, but also on the base variants. They have the similar kind of look. They might not have these same fancy headlamps, but the looks of even the base version of this car, which sell for about 10 lakh or 11 lakh rupees, is just as good as the top of the line version of this car. So reason number 1 is the very swanky, very gorgeous and very well proportioned looks of the Seltos. Well, the reason number 2 I should consider buying this car is because of its exhaustive and very rich features list. Now the reason I'm standing outside is because to show you one of those features, and that feature is a camera below the rearview mirrors on both sides. And this is a very thoughtful touch, because sometimes when you're turning, when you pull on that indicator, this car on the interior will show you the blind spots which might be around the mirrors. So that's a very thoughtful touch, and this camera on both mirrors, both wing mirrors, is really something which is very thoughtful and goes to show the amount of attention to detail that Kia has given on the Seltos. Apart from this, you of course get cool front seats, you get that OVO app, it's a connected car, and a host of other very thoughtful and very luxurious features. So reason number 2 why you should consider buying the Kia Seltos is because of the thoughtful as well as rich list of features. Now let's jump inside and tell you the other reasons why you should consider buying the Seltos. Well, so reason number 3 why you should consider buying the Kia Seltos is simply because of the excellent space in the back. Now, if you are someone who drives his car from the back seat, if you are someone who likes to be chauffeur driven, then you'll truly enjoy the experience in the back seat of the Seltos. Knee room is more than sufficient for someone who's my height, which for reference is 5'10", and even if you are about 5'11", or even if you're about 6 or 6'1", you should be more than happy. The headroom is very good, legroom is more than sufficient. You get big windows at the back, and you also get a quarter glass window, so the cabin never feels claustrophobic. And of course, if you choose the GT line version, you'll get this white fabric which even enhances the airiness inside the cabin. You also get AC vents, a 12-volt charging point, a little place where you can keep your cell phone and your wallet, and you also get a smart pure air purifier inside which tells you the AQI levels constantly. And this is something which you'll really appreciate if you live up in the northern parts of India, especially in Delhi NCR region, because the pollution out there is very bad. Another plus point is the fact that the floorboard is almost completely flat, and that gives the advantage to whoever sitting in the middle, because he has plenty of place to stretch his feet. You won't have to be boxing around or elbowing around with your co-occupants. So an excellent place to be in the back seat of the Kia Seltos, and I'll give it a strong score of 10 out of 10 because it really is a roomy place. The seats also are very good in terms of comfort, great support for your under thighs, great support for your lower back. And before I end the part, you can always move the angle of the seats up and down depending on how you want to sit. That is also something very unique about this car. So Kia really has thought about everything, and it's very hard to find a very genuine fault with the Seltos. Now, the reason number 4 why you should consider buying this car is because of its very good driving style. Yes, you might like the interiors of the Creta, you might say the seats on the area are the best in the business, and you might say that the cabin of the MG Hector feels the biggest. But when it comes to pure driving pleasure and pure thrills, nothing can beat the Kia Seltos in this segment, because no matter which engine you choose, no matter which gearbox you choose, you might choose the automatics, you might choose the CVT, you might choose the manuals, this is by far the best car to drive. And it starts from the steering wheel. It's a very crisp steering wheel. It's as crisp as a bag of Lay's chips, and along with its crispness as well as accuracy, you'll also enjoy the amount of weight in it. It's neither too heavy and neither is it too firm, so you won't feel tired on those long journeys, and you will also not feel nervous when you take it out on the highway. It's got the right amount of weight, and that really makes it a very good car for people who call themselves keen drivers. The overall chassis balance also is very good. It's a very well balanced car, and when you push it in corners, you'll enjoy the experience. Even on the straight roads, on the highways, it feels very reassuring, very stable, and the suspension also soaks up the bumps and potholes without any fuss whatsoever. So that is the reason number 4. And of course, if you want to add to the driving thrills, not only are the 1.5 petrol and diesel engines good enough, but you can always choose the 1.4 turbocharged petrol, which makes 140 bhp. It is a hoot to drive. It's responsive, it's agile, it's really good in terms of performance, and it's also decent in terms of fuel efficiency, so you get the best of both worlds. And that, of course, is reason number 4 why you should consider buying the Kia Seltos, because it is by far the best car to drive in this highly competitive mid-size SUV segment. Now, reason number 5 and the final reason why you should consider buying the Kia Seltos is simply because of its long and exhaustive versions and the variants list. If you're in the market, let's say, for a Hyundai Venue or a Ford EcoSport or the Nexon or the Vitara Brezza, and you want to buy the top end version of that car for about 11 or 12 lakh rupees, then I would suggest that you ditch those cars and instead buy the base versions or the lower versions of this car, which also come well kitted. They come with AC as well as ABS, airbags, and of course fast steering. And the reason for buying a low spec version is simply because the cabin of this car is much bigger than those compact SUVs. It also has better drivetrains, it's more powerful, it also feels better on the road, it's better to drive. And if you buy the low spec versions, even they come well equipped. They offer you the basics like an air conditioning unit, airbags, as well as a basic stereo, but you can always upgrade those versions. You can always buy a fancy stereo, always buy better infotainment systems, and of course you'll still get the same class leading cabin in terms of the space, and you also get the same cabin and the same engines. So that's the 5th reason, the extensive list of versions. You can buy this car from rupees 11 lakh rupees on road to all the way up to about 22 lakh rupees, and that really goes to show you the amount of choices you have on offer with the Kia Seltos. Now, those were the top 5 reasons why you should consider buying the Kia Seltos as your next SUV. You might be in the market for a compact SUV, you might be in the market for a bigger SUV, but overall this is the best of all worlds, and this is the best SUV you can buy. And a lot of you sometimes mention that I'm biased and I'm paid and stuff like that in my comments, and you do say that I don't tell about negative stuff about any car. And to be honest, with the Kia Seltos, there isn't any negative which should stop you from buying this car. It really is a very well thought out product, it's a very well rounded product, and it's a 5-star product. It's a car which will put a smile on your face when you drive it. It's a car which will put a smile on your face when you keep it in your driveway, and it'll definitely put a smile on your face when you sit with it with your entire family. And of course, if you watched this entire video and liked it, do let me know in the comments what you think, and also share it on your social media. Do like this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It's bye for now, and thanks.